living in struggles. When God has given us all things to make our life easy, to make our life an enviable life, to make our life very interesting. I'd like us to look at Mark chapter 7. Jesus had a conversation with a certain woman. I just want to read verse 27 of that, not reading the whole story of this Syrophoenician woman. In Mark chapter 7, verse 27, Jesus said to her, "Let the children first be filled, for it is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to the dogs." I'm going to tell us the story that led to this, and then this is where the point of our concentration. The woman came and said to Jesus, "My daughter needs healing and deliverance. Please heal her." And Jesus said to her that healing is the children's bread. And so that the children need to eat first before strangers and outsiders. Our point of interest is that healing is children's bread. Children's bread is the most common food or snack available in every family with children. Why? Because children don't eat 3 square meals, they eat 20 square meals. So, bread is the most common thing that we'll always give them. Before the big meal is available, they could have snacks. That's what Jesus called it, children bread. In other words, healing is the most common gifts God has for children of God. Healing is the most common gift God has given to the church. To every Christian, if you are a child of God, your most common bread is healing. If you are a child of God, if we are children of God, the most common bread God has gifted us is healing and deliverance. He doesn't just need a minister to do it for you. You qualify for it as a child. We qualify for it as children of God. So anytime you live outside of enjoying this gift, you are living below your capacity as a Christian. And most Christians live that kind of life. We live short of our Christian life. We live below our Christian life. We live below the gift of God for us. That is why when you are sick, you don't remember praying for healing first. What you remember is Tylenol. After that, going to the hospital. After that, the prescribed medication from the doctor. After that, you continue But Jesus said to us that healing is the children's bread. The most common item in the house of God. The most common gift. The most common blessing. Now when we talk about what is healing or who needs healing, why are we talking about healing? We are talking about healing because we are sick. Sickness is a disruption in our life. Sickness is the attack that makes us live below our full strength and capacity. A sick person is uncomfortable. A sick person, depending on the level of sickness, is not able to help himself or herself. A sick person needs assistance, needs help. People are sick, either physically. People are sick emotionally. Psychologically, people are sick. People are sick in their finances. People are sick in their relationship. So there are so many areas that sickness is found in us. There are so many areas we are going through one level of sickness or the other. And Jesus said, the gift of healing is the most common, the most primary, the most available for you. Now the Syrophoenician woman said to Jesus, but there are crumbs even for strangers. So when you see unbelievers even getting healing from God, we are talking about even the crumbs. What is crumbs? Crumbs are the ones that children, the ones that fell from the side of their mouth, the ones that, when they were eating, the ones that fell off the table or fall to the floor. And you know what? If a child doesn't like the food you give to him or her, we had that experience. One day in Nigeria then, we came to help the boys clean their room. And we discovered, as we were packing their clothes and helping them in the wardrobe, we saw on top of their wardrobe some bundle of food. Then we had stayed maybe up to 1 month. And we said, what are these? While we look at the other person will look at the other person as if they don't, or they didn't hear, or they don't know what you're asking. And after they told us, the food was too much. So we threw it there and we thought we had finished the food. So what am I saying? If children are filled or they don't like the food we are giving to them, they could waste it. And that waste becomes the crumbs we are talking about. And that is available to even heal those who are not Christians. Jesus said to that woman, because of this you have said and you understood, your daughter who is not a Christian and yourself who is not a Christian, you will receive your healing. If Jesus allows it for unbelievers, how much more us? So we want us to understand because the first part of our call when we are sick is not God's healing. It is to try our own methods. We try to enjoy it first, and then we begin to go for non-prescribed medication. We began to use other methods to address them. Most times it is when they persist that we have tried or we know that we remember God. But Jesus said it should not be so. Healing is the most common gift. Every one of us do. That's why we say that the gifts, they work together. With a little faith, God, please heal this sickness. Your healing don't for your healing. Deliver my child, oh God. No, because it is in abundance for the children of God. So I like you to look into your life. Which area do you need healing? Healing, relational healing, it is available. Healing from physical sickness and diseases is available. Healing from demonic attacks and oppression, it is available. Healing from emotional, from psychological, healing from every kind of area. Healing in your resources. Healing in our business. Healing of every kind is available in God. I'd like us to look at some other scriptures. Matthew chapter 8, I read verse 14. Matthew chapter 8. 14, I read down to 16. When Jesus was coming to Peter's house, he saw his wife's mother lay and sick of a fever. And he touched her hand, and the fever left her. And she arose and ministered to them. When even was come, they brought unto him many that were possessed with devils, and he cast out the spirit with his word, and he healed all that were sick. Can you imagine? Oh! Every one of us here can receive healing today because Jesus is here. Because Jesus is in my heart. Because Jesus is in your heart. Everyone can receive healing today. I like the word. The Bible says she was sick of fever. Sometimes some of us think malaria fever, and I need to drink malaria medicine. God's power is malaria medicine. Some people say, my own is spiritual. I see something in my dream. I see people pursuing me. I hear voices. I hear this. I see this. My own is spiritual. He cast out the spirits. If your own is deliverance, if it is healing, Jesus is here. You are the one that is categorizing your problem. Remember 1 Corinthians says the same spirit. You may categorize your problem to make it, to let the devil feel great in troubling your life. You may categorize them to give power to the devil. But the same Jesus gives the healing, the deliverance, the solution Whatever you have categorized, He healed them all. Somebody may say, but it's Jesus, and since I'm not seeing Him now, how can this be? Then you go back to the gift of faith. For we walk not by sight, but by faith. By faith, Jesus is seated there with you right now. By faith, Jesus is with you. And if He did it before, He will still do it again and again and again. I'd like to read Acts of the Apostles 5. In case you still maintain your stand, but it's Jesus. Then let me show you that even with the disciples, it is possible. Just read 14 again to 16. Acts 5. And believers were the more added to the law, multitudes, both of men and women, in so much that they brought forth the sick to the streets and laid them in beds and in couches, that the least, the shadow of Peter passing by, might overshadow some of them. There came also a multitude out of the cities round about to Jerusalem, bringing sick folks, and them which were vexed with unclean spirit, and they were healed. Everyone. What else? What proof do you still need? Why will you continue to die or die with sickness? Have you not suffered enough? They didn't do anything but to hold on to God. I told us my testimony last Friday that in those days the typhoid and malaria wanted to kill themselves. And I told them, you can go ahead to do the killing. I just believe God. You may pass through some pains in believing and praying for the healing. But if you fail to give up, you will receive the healing. Because even the hospital you go, they don't care you. But they take care of you, they don't care. They don't care. They don't heal you, they take care of you. They manage the sicknesses. Even the hospital we go to, it doesn't happen overnight. They don't give them. I've never seen any medication they gave you, they said it's just once and the thing will go. The medication they give, sometimes they give the medication for 1 year. Some people are on medication for life. The least is they give you for 1 week or 5 days or 3 days. And sometimes it doesn't even get rid of the problem. Why don't you believe God more? If I die of this sickness, let me die. But I know that God is my healer. Himself took my infirmities. Make sure that infirmities, tell the infirmity, you have been taken away. Stop disturbing yourself, fooling yourself in my body. Stop fooling yourself in my family. You've been taken away. And until Jesus returns it, then I can give you the same days. The pains may come. Don't give up. Because even when we begin to drink the medications that doctors prescribe, sometimes, because I know, sometimes the sickness will increase as a result of the effect of the medication. Sometimes the medication will even kill the virus and the bacteria, kill the good ones and the bad ones before working in your body. So that reaction increases your anxiety, your pain, your discomfort. But we go through it and smile because we are drinking the medication. This message is not telling you not to go to hospital. This message is not telling you not to drink the medicines that are prescribed by your doctor, but it's telling you that you have something superior. You can, by the way, want to manage the two. But I told us last Friday that my people say that the goats that many people take care of usually go hungry. Because Mr. A will say that Mr. B or Sister C will feed him the goat today. And eventually nobody feeds. So if you mix your faith with so many things, the chances of you being disappointed is small. But in all this, what this message is showing us is that God is bigger. And when God heals, it is permanent. When God heals, He removes the scars. But when man tries to heal, there's a lot of scars. This morning I want to pray with you, and I would like you to pray. I'd like you to look at the areas you need healing. I want you know yourself, you know your family. What are those areas you need help? Healing. Jesus said, "Is the children's bread." It is common because the Holy Spirit is so generous. We have read scriptures where everyone received healing. Everyone, whether you're white or black, everyone. Whether you're male or female, everyone received healing. So God is generous. And He said, this morning, I'd like you to stand on your feet. What are the areas you need healing? Physical healing is here today. You need spiritual healing. Maybe you are always weak in your spirits. You are weak to pray. You are weak in serving God. Then you need spiritual healing. Sickness is simply a distortion in your full capacity. That is why in some places the Bible calls sickness infirmity. It means a weakness in your system, a weakness in your finances, a weakness in your body, a weakness in your relationship. That's what sickness is. That's what sickness is. The Bible says that healing is just a divine intervention in that your weakness. Healing, divine intervention in that weakness or sickness. And in prayers it happens. By faith it happens. And the Bible showed us that everyone was healed. I'd like you to pray before I pray for you now. Can you tell God, Lord, stretch your hand of healing upon my life? You can mention those areas you need that healing. Can you tell God, today, Lord, stretch your hand of healing? Remember, Acts told us that even the shadow of Peter healed. If Peter's shadow heals, how much more God, who is in your inside, how much more the one who created, the one, the giver of the gift, how much more? I'd like you to talk to him right now. Do you need God to bring healing in life of your child, your wife, your husband, your parents, in the life of your sibling? Where do you need healing to manifest around you? I'd like you to pray and tell the Lord, I am here this morning, Lord, to receive your healing. I ask, oh God, that you heal me of this headache or this migraine. Lord, heal me of this lost struggle to breathe. Heal me from, Lord, this cancer. Heal me from arthritis. Lord, I need healing from high blood pressure. Lord, I need healing in my relationship that's gone sour, that is struggling. Lord, I need healing. I need healing in my business, in my work. Lord, I need healing. I'd like you to pray. Can you talk to God? I'd like you to pray. Any area you know you need healing. You know yourself. Any area in your studies, you need healing. In your academic life, tell the Lord, I need healing. I need healing. Lord, send your healing upon my life. Heal me, oh God. Heal my life. Heal my spiritual life. Give me physical healing. Lord, I need healing psychologically and emotionally. I need healing. All round healing. Healing in my spirit, in my soul, and in my body. Lord, all round healing. Release that gift upon me now. Heal me. Heal us. Heal me. Lord, I need healing. I need healing this morning. Lord, let your power of healing come upon us. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.